Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I absolutely love being in the Shenandoah Valley, especially this time of year. Spring is coming around. You can start smelling all the blooms on the trees and the flowers and everything else. The air is crisp, the bugs aren't out, and it's the beginning of getting ready for the NFL season. You know, we've got our OTAs that are going, everything. We got the draft this week. Right after the draft, we'll have the rookie workouts and stuff. So everything is kind of kicking up a notch, and it's really kind of cool. And this is the time of year that people start deciding, were the picks that we made in the past ones that are going to be good for us in the future, or we need to kind of reevaluate some of the things that we did and stuff. And, that's where we are with the Cowboys, and I feel great about our team. Now, this is kind of interesting because I've kind of said the Eagles season all basically predicates on can Carson Wentz stay healthy. And I said, not as a derogatory comment, but I say he's got Romo-itis, being something that usually happens to players like Tony Romo as he got older, had a harder time staying on the field. It was, broken rib, it was a shoulder, it was back, it was all different injuries, none with any rhyme or reason. It's hard to stay on the field as you get older. But when you look at Carson Wentz has had an injury every year the last 4 years, so durability has to be a question mark. And here's where it gets interesting, because Donovan McNabb was on a show this just a few minutes ago, and he was questioning that whole thing and basically said if Carson Wentz can't get out of the second round of the playoffs in the next 2 years, that they need to start looking at drafting another quarterback. Wow. Wow. I'd like to know if there's any Eagle fans. In fact, I know there'll be a lot of Eagle fans that are coming in here now that are going to jump all over me. But I'm curious, and it's Philly 500. I'll hit you up after I get back, and maybe we'll have a conversation about this. But do any of you Eagle fans out there have concerns about Carson Wentz staying healthy? Because he's, of course, recovering from the fractured back, which was, 5 months ago or so, and still is not ready for workouts. So typically that's like a 6 to 8 week type recovery before, or is it 8 to 12? Either way, we're still well beyond that. So it may be that you're looking at maybe there's more complications with Carson Wentz than what you really think is involved. But for him to go on record basically saying that already, and here's where it gets really interesting, because we know Dak Prescott is at the last year of his deal, as well as Carson Wentz is coming up with his fifth-year option and stuff, is do you do a long-term deal with Carson Wentz? Because we know with Russell Wilson getting $35 million a year that, Carson Wentz isn't looking to get 15 a year. He's looking to go ahead, and he's going to be in that 30 range as well, if not higher than Russell Wilson. So does this put the Eagles in a bind here when you start thinking about durability and how much you're going to be paying a franchise quarterback? The Washington Redskins right now are spending $24 million on quarterbacks and really only have Case Keenum on the roster because they paid Alex Smith, and Alex Smith can't play anymore. So we'll have to wait and see how that works out. So I've got Urban on the phone right now. I'll catch you guys in a few minutes.